Daddy's had a very stressful day. And you made me glimpse her in her underthings. Underthings. You're grounded. Dog grounded. What a disaster. I don't want to have these feelings. I want to go back to last week. I wasn't good, but at the very least, I wasn't this confused. I can't believe she was here just a few days ago. Okay. It's not that bad. So why not? I'm an immortal being with unspeakable powers and immeasurable reach. Surely I can control my feelings and maintain my dignity. She's not that great. She just makes me feel all warm and snuggly inside when I think about her. Do I even like feeling warm and snuggly? Who does she think she is, making me feel warm and snuggly? If anything, I should be mad at her. How dare she? And yet, she's really easy to talk to and makes me forget about where I am and what I should be doing. She doesn't seem to give a crap about our social structure, so she's not afraid of me. Which is refreshing. I thought that I was okay with getting the stink eye from 90% of the population. But I'm not. I thought I understood myself. Maybe I don't. Her ass even looks like an upside-down heart. Ah! Why is Hera doing this to me? It must be some elaborate joke at my expense.
Your sexual frustration is so entertaining!
I can't be a 2,000-year-old man with a crush on a 19-year-old. Okay, I'm gonna stop having a crush on her in... 1, 2, 3.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, this is Samantha K, and this is the Samantha K Experience. What you were just listening to was an excerpt from Lore Olympus, done by Helvetica Dubs, which is a YouTube channel that does movie versions of the popular WebTOON comics created by Rachel Smythe. And today's a special episode for me because I have my friend, my sister, and fellow WebTOON comic reader, Miss Abby, owner of Munstruck Company. Hi Abby, how are you doing today?
Hey, what's up, sis? What's up? I'm excited. I'm doing good. How about you, hon?
I'm doing lovely. I'm just like really happy that you are able to join me today. And girl, I can't wait to get into this show.
I know, right? It's so exciting. It's so exciting because this book is worth the read.
Oh my God. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So what got you interested in reading the webtoon?
Well, reading the webtoons, to be honest, I kept seeing it everywhere. To be honest with you, when they first came out, I kept seeing before COVID, they had it in poster boards or in commercials, and also especially on YouTube. YouTube used to blast about webtoon a lot. So what I ended up watching, I just ended up downloading it. And I said, let me see what it's all about. So I went and I checked it out, and then out of the top 5, Olympus was actually the top 4 at the time. So I was wondering, I was like, let me check out this joint because I know they had another one that kind of was okay, but this one kind of brought me intrigued because I kept seeing this pink little lady. And I was like, what is it gonna be about? So when I read the first chapter, I was blown minded, because somebody who's not really into like Greek mythology or believe in it, I really don't, it made me realize that the author and everyone that's part of it made it so modern that you wanted to do a bit more research what's all about Greek mythology. So it brought me that intrigue of reading the book even more, because there were so many things that I could say that it showed a relatable topics that I think everybody can relatable on. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why I actually picked up the book from WebTOON.
Yeah, I mean, I personally agree with you on that. I think that the book itself, or comic book, it has a lot of relatable themes to it that I think a lot of people can share similarities with and even sympathize or empathize on. I know there's a couple for me, like a few characters that I could relate to. In fact, I think the reason how I got into it was because of you. You're the one who told me about it. And then I ended up exchanging another webtoon with you. I think two of them. One was called Nice to Meet You, and the other one was Pop Star.
Love that book. Very good, you guys. Check out that book, everybody. That book is so lovely. It's so wow. Like, that's a really good book too.
Yeah, she's right. And in exchange, you gave me this one, and I'm like, what is this? Mm-hmm. This whole blue and purple, mm-hmm. this blue and pink thing. I was like, what is this? Yeah, at first I was like, what is this little kid thing? And then all of a sudden, I know I should never judge. I should never judge a book by its cover.
But it did give you that trick of it. Like, what is this? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and then it just had me from the first beginning. Like when I think he's driving and he's calling the girl and to see if she's coming to the party. I'm like, what is going on? Like, who's this red girl? Mm-hmm. And she said, mm-hmm. Did you buy my purse? And I'm like, who is this? So now I'm intrigued, and you got me within the first couple of frames, and I'm just sitting here like, what is that? So yeah, I'm happy, and I'm thank you for putting me onto this.
No problem. Well, thank the Arthur and the illustrator that the way they pull this off, like everybody is in different colors, and it's the crazy part is that everybody is so fashionable. Everybody's all like well put together. This is such a good book that you wouldn't expect that it was able to be developed to be also the top one now. And WebTOON, to be honest with you, is actually the top one, because I think more followers, more people got really into it. That it's going to be a movie someday.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what you just said, they're supposed to be having a Netflix series coming out in the near future, I believe in maybe next year in 2022. So hopefully, I think it's going to be animated. I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait.
Yeah. I read somewhere that they're going to be having an animated version of the series. So
congrats on her. Congrats on the author and everyone that worked hard. They really deserve it.
Yeah, many blessings up to Rachel Smythe and everyone that works with Lord Olympus. I mean, Jesus, like you guys got gold.
Yes. Whoever's writing up there, continue writing it, because you got even us reading this book. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, you got me really invested on my old self. You got me really invested into this
girl, you know you're young.
This 20-year-old pink character, you got me really invested in this girl. And this 2,000-plus-year-old man, like you got me wondering what's going on.
Right.
That's right. Laughing, but I'm serious. Like you got me really invested into these people, and I just want to know what's going on with them. And like, yo, what's good with this new episode?
Yes, and you know what's so cool about this book, you guys, is that even we also follow this awesome YouTube page that shout out to them. Like they put out the Olympus very, very, really well, and I think it's a bunch of college kids, I think, that just voice acted, put it together, and they actually are making a whole series that you never thought that they were able to find characters with the voices together, well put together, makes the reading even 10 times better.
Yeah, and I agree. That's what she's referring to is Helvetica Dubs. It's a struggle for me to even say that first part. I know it's a font type. If anybody knows, I used to use it too when I used to write my stories back in the day. But that's neither here nor there. But the whole thing is that this YouTube channel has taken this webtoon comic and just given it a whole never level. Like, it's one thing to read it on the webtoons app itself, but to read it to read along and listening to the voices, they just bring it to a whole different level. Like, it's so good to hear and refreshing to hear like Persephone and Hades' voice given life. And they take screenshots of the webtoons and they turn it into a movie using different digital works and stuff like that, digital programs, and they have nice music to go along with this.
Sounds, everything.
Sound effects is on point. When you see character walking, you hear them walk. When you hear them and when you see them in the shower and you hear their internal thoughts, you hear like it's like an echo, like like they're on point. Like they think of every single thing, even to the dogs barking.
Yes,
it's beautiful. Like I've never. I was like, wow, these guys are really good. They should be sound technicians. Like, you paid money for that.
Yeah, they should be in that Netflix that's coming out. They should be like, I hope that the Arthur and like the distributors can reach out to them because they are super awesome. I feel like their work deserve like a Grammy, to be honest with you. Because we're actually subscribed to them, you guys, and I feel like everybody else should be subscribed to them as well. Like, if you really want to get the dose of this book, go check them out because they actually have chapter 1, chapter 2. They actually have it the order that they can put out there. So shout out to them if you guys want to check it out.
Yes, and just to add on to that, they have a new episode which they broke up in parts. So part 26 is coming out this Friday on March 26th. So they're going to be covering episodes 101 to 104. So you guys go and check it out. Go and catch up while you still can before that episode drops. It's really good. They also have certain parts broken up into 2 movies. So you guys just get on it. Helvetica Dubs. I'm gonna tell you their icon is like a purple background with the planet Saturn in black. So go ahead and subscribe to them because they're really awesome. Really awesome. Yeah. Can't speak anything more about it. Just they're really awesome. All right, so now that we got all the pleasantries out the way, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Let's do this.
Okay, so now we talk about a lot of the characters in this show, and I'm gonna call it a show because to me right now it is
as well, right? It is a show.
Yeah, it might as well be a show. It's like a soap opera.
Yes.
But I want to ask you, who is your favorite character and why do they stand out to you?
Oh, okay. This is tricky because I actually like 2. So we're gonna start with if I could do 2 or is just 1.
Girl, we got time. Do as many as you like.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so of course you already know I gotta go for the boss, and the boss is of course Zeus' wife. Like, when I mean her character, her demeanor, and her being strong as a mother, I give her props. And when you guys start reading this book, the ones who are new to this book or anyone who also are new, you would know what I mean. For somebody to sit back and see the stuff that her husband does and still value her marriage and still be able to keep it calm and collected, that is a boss. Because I feel like she could have left Zeus, but in her position, she knew off the bat it will cause conflict. So she already knows she has a platform that she has to hold on. And I'm assuming if anyone who's into Greek mythology, I'm assuming with her man on the side, she kind of will need that because she's a woman. So for her, I give her props because even though she could be crying on the side, saddened what her husband does, she still picks herself back up and be able to function and do her job. And on top of that, what I like about it is that she does this thing where she does not just help you but she also look through you. So she's gonna see everything the good quality of you, because she's not gonna help anybody. So she's one of those people where she's gonna keep it real with you, but also do her best to help you. And she shows different ways of doing that in this wonderful book. So that's one of my top favorite characters. Really, really my favorite character. Then my second one, that I think I asked a question to you: who would you be in the book? Of course, she's gangster, and I love her. It will be Hades' best friend, the one that works for him.
Yeah.
She, oh my God, when I mean her, I feel like she doesn't get that much seen in the book, but I feel like they are working for her to pop up more in the series. But what I like about her, is one, her outfit's on point. She has the short hair. She's right there. She's on Hades' side. And two, she really cares for Hades and supports him. When, spoiler alert, when Miffy basically was actually in her bad mood, she was basically about to go crazy to Hades. And Hades was basically one of those humble guys at that moment where he's like, I didn't hear from you last night. I want to know what's going on. So from there, Miffy went ahead and basically did the ultimate disrespect, especially in the job field, where she basically violated him. And when I mean his best friend came through to go grab her, when I mean she was like, you need to get out, you need to call out, it was just the best moment of seeing how a ride or die friend can be. Because she didn't like the fact that she did that to Hades. She didn't like that. Why would she bring that to work? You know what I mean? So what she did, she took care of it. She took care of her, and then soon as she went back to take care of Hades. And for her to do that, to be like, I've got you, I got your back, that's pretty gangster. And I feel like she is one of those that take care of it. She wrap it up. It's not the first time she did that. There was many moments when Miffy would probably talk trash about Hades' girl and all this other nonsense, she'll knit that back to her. She said, well, first of all, you out here, throwing Persephone at a whole new dungeon knowing that she's not supposed to be there. So for you to go ahead and talk smash, like, who are you? So it's like she would throw jabs at her too. But that's what I'm talking about. She's one of those that always had Hades' back, or always had everybody's back who's good. Because she never was one of those that would talk bad about it. So she was always one of those that I really like as well, because she takes care of things as well for Hades. And she's pretty gangster. I like her.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm glad you said that, because I know we were speaking before we started the show. We were speaking about her is Hecate or Hecate.
I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like it's Hecate. I feel like Hecate sounds more to my ear than Hecate, but
but it's something.
Yeah, apparently she's in the between good and evil. She loves to cause chaos, so she just loves when things goes. So she kind of likes when situations are messy. So she's either good or bad. She's in between.
Oh, nice. Okay, but she comes out really good though. She will take care of the mess in the book, actually.
Yeah, because I think what it is that, for me, I feel like she's kind of more like an enforcer. Like she kind of like, she wants to make sure everything goes smoothly because she got a job to do at the end of the day. And since she's technically Hades, I would say his right hand woman, you know, you don't want to have, the boss upset. If you know that today can run smoothly, last thing you need is somebody throwing a monkey wrench in y'all plans and messing things up. And especially working in that environment that they live in, their job is no joke. You're running the underworld. There's a lot of things that could go wrong and go left working down there. So, she got to make sure everything stays on the up and up. So that includes keeping her boss in check and keeping the other staff on point. So I give her much respect. So I think she and Hera are like very like boss-like mentalities when it comes to stuff like that, trying to keep things on the straight and narrow. So I give much respect to the both of them, in their respective fields, because it's not easy. and especially with Hera, like she has to put up with a lot of stuff too.
Facts.
So
who's your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite, I know this is gonna sound like my easy way out, but my favorite are them two main characters. I love Hades. Of course. I love Persephone, of course.
They're so cool. Yeah, of course. I think that's really dope. But why?
Well, I like them because, like I said before, they have a sense of vulnerability that I kind of see in myself. Like there's this whole thing that they both endure about themselves. Like they tend to see like the worst in themselves, and they tend to bring that out, and they use each other as not in a bad way. They use each other as a means of support. Like for instance, when she refers to herself as a dumb village girl, and there was a scene when they're sitting outside of Hera and Zeus's mansion, and they're in the garden, and he tells her to don't say that she's not stupid, and basically he tells her that that people are allowed to make mistakes, as as long as they learn from them, so he doesn't see her as inferior to him. He sees her as the same level as him. And in fact, I think he kind of puts her on a little bit above of a pedestal, because I think at even one point he would say that this, like, how do I know she's even interested in me? So that right there is that idea that he puts her on a higher standing than himself, and he's the king. So I feel like that's what's really intriguing to me about those two characters. And with him, it's just that he's been through so much, and he's been able to have the position that he's in. Granted that I think it was a position that nobody wanted, because, well, who wants to be in charge of the underworld? Like, ew. But I think for him, it was a task that it was bestowed upon him, and he turned it into his own. Kind of like a business that you just handed down, but now you gotta take that business and shape it into the way how you want it to be. And it was just one of those things that for him, I feel like he has to put up with so much, because I feel like he has to try to be in a social standing where it's not so much that he commands respect, but he expects people to treat him the same way how he treats them. So I think that's where the things with me, where I feel like there's a level of vulnerability there that I think a lot of people can relate to in terms of those two characters.
Yeah. Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, it is really deep, and I feel like that's like it just goes back to what we were saying. Like there are a lot of characters in here that are just so relatable and understandable. Like you understand why they're the way they are, So I think that's one thing that the author does, is that she gives the reader a sense of, wow, like these characters can be like your best friend or even your worst enemy, So they have such an easy understanding. Like some of the motivations seem kind of like maybe superficial on the surface, but there's always something behind it that eventually,
yes, that's so true.
Yeah, that eventually you'll get to the bottom of it. You kind of see like, hey, this may be surface level, but there's something under here that we're not really quite seeing. So yeah. And speaking of, there's also a lot of themes in the webtoon. So what are some of the themes that pop out to you the most?
A lot of themes I'm thinking about in my head. Oh, what do you mean, like from the book?
Yeah, like there's certain themes, like obviously like with friendship and love and relationships and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Most of the time, I mostly love crime and mystery. That's I'm kind of shocked that I picked this book because I think this book is I think it's categorized as romance and scientific, I think, or fantasy, something like that. So I was kind of shocked that I picked this book because this book can be mystery also. So there's some episodes in this book that shows a bit of what, like the shocking of the episode of the last episode. That was a shock to me. Oh yeah, there was information that I didn't know about Hades. Spoiler alert, you guys, where Memphis was her mouth. Honey, when I mean her mouth was out here talking, she kept that to herself. But you know this, with her, she was hurt.
Yes.
She couldn't get over a breakup. So it you know, who has not done that? I mean, and it's like, it's gone to a point where...
Did you just shade yourself?
I was
like that, like that, like you just shaded yourself on the show like that?
But I have no comment. But it's real. That's why I said, like, you guys reading this book, it shows you the reality check of an adult's life. And when you break down everybody's character, everybody's experience, they're going to be a part of this book that you're going to think of you or think of someone that you know. And that's so good about this book, because you won't think, like, in the beginning, you're like, oh, okay, it's a bunch of, like, these two people, how they link up. But the struggle is there, how they link up. Everyone else's situation pops up at the same time. So I feel like with just to answer your question, I'm more of a crime and mystery, but this book shows you every part of love, friendship, crime, mystery, because the crime was, remember the missing eye? Ooh, spoiler alert. All this other stuff. Yeah, I mean, they also mention certain things on scientific and all that sort of stuff. So it gives you a bit of everything if you think about it.
Oh yeah, it gives you a lot of everything.
They give you a lot of everything.
The only thing I can say that they don't really give you a lot is sex. I'm
glad they don't do that. We don't know. It could turn left, because lately in the beginning of these books, everybody does shout outs a warning depending on the topic. So depending on the topic. So you don't know. We don't know how the author will switch up when these two
finally do.
Probably get married and do. We're gonna
get married. Let them get married.
Let them get married.
Get married before we give out the stuff.
Let's talk about the marriage. Let's do it. They probably get married. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What was that laugh though? You laughed just as long. You like,
marriage. That's what I gotta say. Period. Marriage.
Okay. So everybody says marriage. Period. So, and I agree to some extent, but sometimes things happen. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. That's a different topic. That could be for another show about will they, won't they? You know. But,
oh my God.
the tension is getting serious, man.
Man, I'm telling you, kid, the book is the book. I advise the readers, everybody who knows what we're talking about, you know how that book can get to. So it's really good. It's really good.
My God, this feels like the first time, like when you first get into a relationship and everything's kind of like, and you first get that first couple of kisses, and then your mind is saying, hey, we want more. You're craving more. That's how this feels like to me. This feels like when you got in a relationship with somebody, and then, I mean, just to be clear, they're not physically in a relationship. There's no declarations about.
That's the crazy part. After all this, Shorty went to court. Shorty, they're not even official.
They're not even official.
That's love.
And no, listen. I'm gonna explain something to you guys. I tell Abby this all the time when we have our own phone conversations. Listen, ladies and even gentlemen out there, find yourself a Persephone and a Hades, because for real, hands down, because I never would say Hades, because but the way how this man is with this lady, it's just beautiful. Like, there's moments where there was a spoiler alert coming. I know we dropping spoilers like...
Yeah, he treated her like a diamond.
Yeah, we're just dropping spoilers like threes in here. But I'm like, we're shooting from the paint. But what I am telling you guys, like, all jokes aside, this guy, the way how he is with her, he is patient. The one thing I could say, he's patient, because I know there's plenty of guys that probably have been like, yo, shorty is coming here looking nice in these little white outfits that she got on with the curves and everything. There have been a lot of guys that would have tried to go and holler and say, hey, you know, let's get in the bed. But he's not like that. Although the temptation is there, he actually says no, and he backs off, and he says, listen, when the time is right, when you're ready, then that will happen. But for right now, we're gonna get you settled first and figure out what's going on with you first before we even go any step further. And
he had to do a double take.
Yes, he had to do a double take, and it was
he put the whole glasses on. All the glasses episode. Remember? He put glasses. He like, who is that? He had an air like he put his glasses on.
And the thing about this is what I think about. What is so important about him is the fact that he is a gentleman above anything else. Yeah, like, he could have been like, remember in the beginning where the Sunday brunch episode, like that had me on the floor too. Because when they went in there, because they got banned from this strip joint. First of all, who goes to brunch at a strip club? That's how you know that only gods could do this type of level of nonsense. I don't think it was though. I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those brunches where you got pretty ladies, like Hooters. You know what I mean? Like places like I'm gonna call because the art didn't draw like a that type of scenario. It's a possibility. I'm just saying. I don't know. I remember reading they said strip club, and I was like, who could? Oh wow, I don't remember that, but wow. Yo, they got brunch now there. I've never thought about it. Never been there. I don't know. But so that's wow. I've never been. Wow. I really thought it was like a brunch of pretty girls. I'm not even gonna like. I didn't see anything. I already thought like Hooters. I already thought of that. Anybody heard about Hooters? Yeah, they got these girls with these uniforms. So it's like I'm thinking a family restaurant. To be honest with you. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the place that I took you to one time that had the girls with the short shorts, the 1 2 3 burger shot. 1 shot, 2 shot. That's New York, y'all. It's a good cheap spot. They kind of shut that. Well, they have it open, but the girls now are covered. Now they have made them cover. It's a good thing because remember, there's kids there. It's a family restaurant now, so that's good. They need to change it up. I don't know why they got them like that. Yeah, because it's just like that. So, sorry guys, I'm not trying to judge. No, we're not judging here. This is a judge-free zone. It's just that we're just like reminiscing about things before it hit COVID. COVID hit, guys. Yeah, we're just reminiscing. Yeah, but back to our point. Like, damn, what was our point? You had asked a question of the theme of WebTOON, and then. Yeah, somehow I went to a different topic. Oh Lord, have mercy. See, I know this show. We could get back to the questions, or we could get it. Yeah. This episode I knew was gonna go somewhere left at some point, but you know what? But it's in a good way. It's in a good way. It's a good way. It's a good way. Dang, it just telling everybody to go read that book. Question now? That's funny. And I had one, but okay. Listen, I'm pretending my peach medley is okay. Liqueur, but it's I'm pretending to with water. But anyway. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so we were talking. I mentioned themes and stuff. But now we're just gonna swing into relationships because I was talking about Hades being patient with Persephone. So I'm just like, okay, well, you know, it seemed like she was kind of willing to go the further step, you know. I don't know what brought that on. That kind of seemed kind of uncharacteristic for her, though, don't you think? What do you mean? That scene. There's a recent episode when they go shopping. It's like something goes awry. Like everything goes straight to hell. Excuse me. With her and her mom, and they're pretty much on the run, and she's hiding in the underworld, and her mom is what they refer to on the lam, running and hiding as a fugitive because Zeus put out this order to bring both of them in for whatever reason. We don't really want to spoil what was the cause of it, but I'm pretty sure along the lines we're gonna mention something about why they ended up being in the situation. But overall, there was a point where they go shopping. He takes her to go shopping, and she tries to buy little things, and he said, "Buy whatever you want." First off, this man gonna tell me to buy whatever I want, bruh. Look here. I can't even
say no more.
How many different outfits I'm walking home with? How many outfits?
Yeah, I'm buying a whole car.
I want a whole car too.
Say no
I
more.
got my license, I want a whole car. And no, I'm not materialistic. I'm one of them people.
Yeah, I'm
not really that materialistic. But listen, it don't look a gift horse in the mouth. All right, I would accept
one lifetime. It happens once in a lifetime.
Exactly. If he wanted to give me a Toyota RAV4 and park it in my driveway, I'll have no problem with that, bro. I'm like, thank you for that SUV. I will go around, pick up my friend Abby, and we'll be gonna go and have a good time. If this was a real life situation, but all jokes aside, yeah, I don't know. Like when they were in that scene, when after they changed the clothes and he's wearing his robes and she's wearing her outfit, and I'm guessing it's like in the dressing room area, like the waiting area. I don't know if you remember this, but there's a scene when they start kissing again. And well,
they actually had control, so it was like a moment of passion. Well, not passion, but you know what I mean, like a kiss, and then they kept it moving, like out of respect.
Oh, but trust me, then that's what started the whole dialogue after that about waiting and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's good because he's showing respect. Like that's how he was like, let's just start with a date. Let's do this. Because remember, like you just said before, they don't have a title. So why, like, you know what I mean? And he has most self-control. That shows a lot about him as a man. Like, self-control, and it shows how much of adult they can be about it. You know what I mean? Because because there is love. It's just that it needs to be by time, and I feel like that's the way things should be. But it's like you said, it's all based on patience.
You're right, it is based off of patience, and a lot of patience at that too. Jesus. I remember being just at 19 and 20 and that level of horny. What?
I'm dead.
Oh my God.
But we gotta get to like the serious questions. Like,
all right, so the serious
I would like the serious, like the deep in. I know you got some questions out there.
All right, so here's a serious question. Minfy and Hades, what's your take on their relationship?
I'm glad it's over. Like, can we just stand up?
Amen.
Can we just stand up? Pray.
Yes.
It's over.
It's so over. It was
I am happy.
Before it even started.
I am happy. And I know probably there's fans that probably want them together. But let me tell you why. Let's say we just don't know, but out of respect to them, there's my opinion that it's good that both people should move on. If you really think about it, like Myth was kind of like a toxic person already, and the way they were carrying themselves. If you really look at the two, right? Let me just start with me. If you look at the two of Myth and Persephone, and the way Hades is already shown to the public as a negative person. Remember, he's the one that, assuming Greek mythology, he's the one that you go to when things go wrong, right, in your life. Or whatever happens to you. So that's what Greek mythology is putting out there. The reason I'm saying like that because not everybody believes in Greek mythology. So when you have another person who is negative too, there's no growth. There's no way of being happy because you're used to being negative. Your whole career is negative. You grew up with a negative family. You already have this in front of you. You're considered be the negative God, whatever, So when she got with Myth, there was no clear happiness because she was treating him like trash to the point where it's like he's still gonna marry trash, and you could tell, right? This is why he built up low self-esteem because he never had someone who cheered him up or see him the good in him. So when Persephone came along with their relationship, it kind of felt like he has hope. when she comes along, is like a fresh air where he never had before. Yes, he came attracted to her, but it's not like, okay, he was attracted to her, but he got to know her. You see the difference? He got to really get to know her. Compared to the episode, because there will, spoiler alert, there will be a book of how they met Miffy and Haiti. And you could tell that even the way they met was kind of shady. How he did what he did to that other lady to get Miffy that job, that's really messed up. Like, Haiti, really, bruh? But he's been known to be cold like that. But when it came to Persephone, like, Haiti show a whole new different behavior. He look like he's become a little humble now. Like, he kind of open. I have not seen an episode yet where he kind of like shady, because at least Persephone, she would call his shots. When she felt that it was bad for him to charge people nearby the water, and she was like, that's not good. Why would you charge people who are already dead because they're in the shore? Remember that? I think, spoiler alert, because that's the episode, actually, you guys, when they actually, he admits his want for her. And showing that shows she's not one of those people where I'm not going to date you and not shout out your negative or let you know how I feel. So she kept it real with him when that situation happened, where she's like, you gotta be more humble. You got, check yourself. And she was one of those that checked himself, but she did it as a humble way, not to make him feel less of himself. Compared to Miffy, come on, she violated. She smacked him. Oh, spoiler alert. And it kind of made me felt like that's even more messed up. So I kind of feel like I'm kind of happy that he found a new fresh air, a new beginning with someone else, because Miffy, with her, she had issues of her own, and I feel like she felt like getting with him, things would go better, or she kind of felt like with him, I get what I want, instead of the opposite. She wasn't there for him to get better, if that makes sense. Like, I'm glad that they ended. But how do you feel, Sam? How you feel about them?
Honestly, I feel like I'm glad that it's over, because I feel that she didn't value Hades as a person and as a boyfriend, because even when they first started, it wasn't like a relationship. It was just more like they were just having a good time. There was no titles involved until after Persephone got into the picture. That's when, they just started to declare it on social media and stuff. And for me, I feel like Minty, she doesn't value who she is as a person, because she feels that she's incapable of receiving and accepting love. So how can she expect this man who she's obviously have some type of feeling for, how could she expect him to love her when she don't even love herself? And I feel like when it plays out through the episodes, I feel like she honestly, she's afraid of commitment, because I don't think she's ever had the luxury of being in love with someone or knowing how to love and receive love, because I don't know what her upbringing is, but it seems like she's not fully capable of that type of emotion and those feelings. So she'll do things like, she let herself drink until she wasn't able to go meet him to have dinner at his house. And it's one of those things like, well, you knew that he was expecting you and you never showed up. And it was even worse, you didn't even respond to his text messages. So it kind of makes it feel like she was playing games, or she wasn't as serious. And even in the beginning, when the flashback showed that she found something in his pocket, his coat pocket, and it kind of shook her, because she was like, well, why would he do this? Like, he knows that we're not serious, but he wants to make it serious because he respects you enough and loves you enough to make things official. But
That's true.
he was willing to take that extra step. So why is it that you didn't see that? But all you saw was the anger that you had towards this girl. And at the time, they weren't even doing anything. They were just being friendly to each other. So that, you know, it took a while before they even had their first kiss. And by that time that happened, you already was broken up with him. So it was like, what exactly is it that you want from him? If you don't really want him, then what is it do you want? Exactly. So I feel with Minty, it's like she didn't know how to be a good girlfriend to him because she don't know how to be a good person to herself. She don't love herself enough. You know?
And just to be relatable, what you said, that's what makes the book so real, because you have many people are like that. Instead of building up your self-esteem, what do most people do? They go bring their low self-esteem towards the next person they meet. And that's why I was looking at, if you really look at the stories that each person have in this book, even though it's a comic, but when you think back and analyze this, like I said, it goes right back what we said before, is relatable. Because who has not gone to that point where, you know what, even though I'm miserable inside, I have this behavior, somebody gonna love me the way I am. And you have people like that. So Myth, and think about it, Myth wasn't a bad looking girl either. Shorty got a whole body. You know what I mean? She's pretty. You know what I mean? So her mind, she's not realizing she's pretty, but she's broken. So it's at this point, like with that, people who don't realize they're broken, because what's going on? They get called out in the street because you're pretty. You get, people admire your beauty. You're looking on this, but you really are broken inside. But because you get blind to focus on yourself, you want to just go out there and be like, well, I might as well be here because I know he's going to take care of me. I can say what I feel like saying because he's not going to do nothing about it, because he know what I got is what he want. There's many people that feel like that. Yeah.
You're right. And the sad thing about it is she's never going to understand that.
What? Yeah, exactly. Because spoiler alert, when you guys read this book, you see the ultimate things that she do. Because once this is her first time realizing the person that loved her is a fine rejecting her, and rejection, she don't know how to handle it. She does not know how to handle it, because she's like, how you gonna reject me? Yeah, I mean,
quite easily, because you're not
quite easily. Yeah, and she's not. She doesn't accept it, because she like she'll get any guy, but she really wants this one, because this one is basically he's basically ignoring her. He don't want that no more, and she can't refuse that option. She can't. No, she's like, no, that's impossible. It is, sis. Wake up, smell the coffee.
Yeah, well, it's too late for her to wake up on anything. But yeah, let's...
exactly. That last book, everybody, read the book, y'all. You're gonna see what happened to her. Yeah.
Yeah, like
if anything, she need water to grow. I'm dead.
Yeah, she really do. She really do. Need some plant,
she need sunlight and everything.
Food and some water to help her grow. As a person or whatever. Yeah. So now that we talked about her now and their relationship, we're gonna talk about the Apollo and Persephone. Yeah, I know we're gonna go dark and
let's do it. I love it. Let's do it.
All right, so
I love what happened, but I love the fact that we going dark.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
How their relationship?
Yeah.
She didn't call 911. Like, she has to talk about it. Like, she has to express herself what he had done to her. Like, it's not cool, ladies and men. Like, if something like that ever happened to you, please reach out. Please reach out somewhere where you guys are from, because it's not cool to be sexually harassed. It's not cool someone touching you at all. Like, if you feel uncomfortable, talk about it. And I feel like with her, she is strong for holding it for so many, like, we don't know how many years in their planet, in their ways, but you know, it's trauma. That's trauma. And I feel like her way of expressing herself, because she had to find a way to let him know how she feel, and he has the audacity basically to threaten her on something. It just makes you think that he is clearly aware of his actions. He's clearly aware what he's done. And I remember looking at Apollo, and I think one of our previous conversations we had before with him, I'm thinking, oh, you know, he a spoiled little kid. He's spoiled. Like, he don't realize he does. No, he sees it. And I think you made me realize that way. It's like, no, if he's gonna threaten her on this situation, you are clearly aware what you're doing, because you were threatening her about how things been down. And with their relationship, someone who's so-called love you should never threaten you like this. That's not love. That's not love at all. Yeah, I mean, and I know for her, she never loved him at all, but in this situation, she was in her low point, and that does happen in some typical female, like any type of female in their low point. It can happen to anybody, someone who's successful and some that are not successful. It can happen on anybody when you're in your low down point. And he took advantage of that. He really, really did take advantage of that. He got her in the wrong time, and this situation happened. So, and overall, I just feel like I'm just disgusted with him. Apollo is not my favorite. Unfortunately, I'm my favorite color, but him as a person, not my favorite at all. I'm glad that she found Hades as well.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
He's not. How you feel about that?
It's not even no joke. Like, there's no way to like this guy. Like, there's no way to say that he's a likable character. Like, the first day you meet him and he does something that is completely like incomprehensible. Like, he's just it's kind of hard to talk about it, because like so many people unfortunately go through this unfortunate situation in real life. So it's kind of hard to, and some of us may know someone who's been a victim of a situation like this. So it's kind of hard to talk about it, because without getting mad, because you realize it was so unnecessary, you know. And I understand it's supposed to drive the story and make the story for what it is, but I feel like the fact that what gets to me is so angry with him is the fact that he literally is not being accountable for his actions. Like, it feels like you almost get the feeling like he's done this to other people before.
Yes. That's what it feels like. Yes, it definitely feels like that.
Because
definitely feels like that.
Yeah, because he seems like he's comfortable with, you know, the whole taking the pictures thing. Like, this is like a constant thing for him. And it got to the point where you guys are gonna read in the future episodes that it got so bad that when Hera gets involved, finally, you know, she has to call on, you know, her son, whoever, to fix this, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because
she went gangster, boss lady.
She really did, because she likes Persephone, and she doesn't like the fact that this horrible thing happened to her, you know. And then you're living in a world where you have to prove, like, listen, this types of things happen all the time. And it doesn't even matter if you know the person or you didn't know them. These things unfortunately happen, and it's just one of those things that is so terrible that you just can't. I don't know. Like, I feel like he, like you said, like, he knows what he's doing, because when she went and confronted him about it, he wanted to play innocent, like he didn't know what she was talking about, and you know, how can you say something like that? That's what he was saying. But then when you go back and you reread the episode, when the initial situation happened, it was like, oh, let's keep this between us, okay? Now, if you ain't do anything wrong, why do you feel the need to want to hide it and keep a secret between the two of you?
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
That's true.
so he clearly knew what he was doing. He was in the wrong because he first of all waited till after his sister went to sleep, and his friend fell asleep on the couch. Who was Hermes?
Yeah.
They fell asleep, and you went, and this girl goes in her room and she's asleep. So I'm assuming she was asleep for a little while when this situation took place. And you just do what you do, and then you're gonna talk about, oh, I'm just taking pictures. Like, for what? Like,
and I think she was a little still drunk. I think they had a couple wines.
I don't even think they had a couple wines. I think she just was sleeping. Yeah, I think she just had dozed off, and she was getting ready to I think get ready to go to, I guess, school or something, and he just did what he did. And he said, oh, she's been giving him signals all night. And I'm like, and I'm thinking back in my head, like, what signals did she give you, bro?
Exactly. How?
Yeah,
he lied, basically. He lied.
He did lie, because he saw her, she looked cute, and then the fact that she spent time with Hades. I think what triggered him was the fact that when he made fun of her about the whole thing about, oh, Hades just want one thing and that's it, and here you come and you prove the point on your own self, and then you try to do this thing like after it happened, like they weren't trying to claim like they were in a whole relationship.
Crazy.
It was just crazy. Like they're like crazy. Very possessive.
Like, yeah, crazy.
I just hope that in the future episodes that
don't worry. Hey, Haiti gonna hold. Haiti gonna handle that.
Yeah, I know.
You think Myth was messed up? I wait for that. I wait for that book about Apollo. I wait for that book. We took care of Mythy. Now we gotta take care of Apollo, y'all. Watch. I will be surprised. They gonna go against Apollo. I already see it, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like he needs to get his comeuppance. He needs to have something happen to him, and it can't.
And we don't wish bad on people. Well, in this circumstance, we just hope that justice be served.
Well, let it have like a whole trial type of thing. We don't want it to be like, people just take it upon themselves and start attacking him. It needs to be he needs to be held accountable amongst a jury of his peers, so to speak. Yes, let's be let's go about it the right proper channels.
The right proper channel. But I'm glad you gave us that question. That was really good.
And now I want to talk to you about the friends aspect. How do you feel about Minty and Thetis as friends?
What friendship? Yo, that friendship is so fake. Like, it is not. To my eyes, I don't see friendship. I see a business arrangement. I see this is just someone who wanted someone to be relatable on the situation, where she was messing with a married man and Mythy was messing with basically Haiti at the time. I just feel like she wanted someone to say, oh, look at me, what I'm doing, and have a friend to say that's okay, knowing that it's not okay. Knowing that you're actually dating you're messing around with a married man. It's not okay. It's not. But because if you brought that to another person and to find that out, they're gonna let you know like this is wrong. But because Mythy is your so-called friend or whatever that was, you wanted her because she was like, oh, well, that's your business. I'm not, and she probably there was that type of arrangement. But I don't think they're friends because friends don't go ahead and knowing that you have plans with your mate and you still want to have drinks with them and get them drunk, knowing that they already had plans when they let you know they had plans before. You know what I mean? Yeah. And because you're jealous because your friend is able to date her boss compared to you, who can't date their boss at all because he's actually married, that's childish. You're not really rooting for her as success. You just want her to be destroyed because you're sad about your situation. So I don't see a friendship. I just see and like I don't see a friend. I see it as like some type of arrangement of business or, you know,
Yeah, I feel like
acquaintance. I don't see a friendship. How about you?
yeah, there's no real friendship there. Because remember, I even told you in a separate conversation, like, if she knew that she was drunk, the proper thing would have been like, you know, call Hades to come over, come pick her up. You know, tell him like, listen, you know, I'm sorry, we went out for a few drinks and she got, you know, a little messed up. You know, you could come pick her up and take her home, you know, or she's sleeping over at the house. I'm sorry, you know, she missed y'all date. Something like all of this was done to be vengeful because Minty and Hades wanted to try to work things out. Because if you notice that remember when he tried to make it just officially friendships with Persephone and himself, and he tried to keep things on a professional level, and she was like, wait, why is it that you could give me gifts but I can't give you a gift? So it was one of those things like, you know, he wanted to try to do right by Minty by trying to cut Persephone off, and even though things didn't work out the way that he had anticipated, but it was like, well, you know what, it is what it is. Like that, I think was one of the defining moments to make him realize and think. I think even then he might have taken her back after that incident, but I think that was one of the defining moments that made him realize, like, listen, this is a toxic relationship. Now you put hands on me and it's over, it's done. But with Thetis is out of jealousy and pettiness because she can't have the man that she really wants, because he's already married, he got the wife, got the ring, got kids with her. So she'll never be in that position where she could be his equal. So there's some jealousy and hate towards her friend who is dealing with this guy who's don't have kids, not attached to somebody else, you know. So she's gonna be jealous. It's just gonna, you know, hate is gonna hate. So I think with that there's not a real friendship there. It's just to destroy people just for the sake of destroying people, because she like Minty, I feel like they never really had the joy of being in love with someone and having someone cherish them, so they don't really know how to convey that love to other people once they have it. So they have to go out of their way to destroy someone else's happiness to make them feel better. If that makes sense.
No, and there's a lot of people today that does that too. It's a sign of envy, and that's one of the things that, you know, it's, you know, people do when they see someone else happy and they don't get it. You feel some type of envy. So yeah, miserable loves company.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just sad, you know. It's like they're not even real friends. I also wanted to touch base on before we eventually have to part and end the show.
I love talking about this book. But yes,
me too. I know.
But our listeners may be like, okay, like, I hope you guys enjoying it. Love you guys listening. So thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to talk to you about the relationship between Persephone and Eros.
What about their relationship? Like, just how they are?
Like their friendship. You know, like how we talked about Hecate and Hades' friendship. What about Persephone and Eros? Because that's also a guy and girl friendship.
Yeah. With him, I feel like it takes a true person to admit their mistakes.
Yes.
Because we're talking about, this is the person that actually, how they actually met, you guys, is so messed up. Because basically it came to a point where he was the reason why he brought basically Persephone in the car of Hades. Yeah. He was, because he's the mother of he's the son of Aphrodite. So with him, son, basically Aphrodite's son. Basically with that situation, when you really think about it, is really messed up because in that situation, he basically kind of messed up from getting to know her, but he was man enough to go ahead and was like, listen, my mom was jealous, so I apologize. It was me. You know what I mean? Because at least he's able to apologize. And, you know, knowing Persephone, she's so sweet, she kind of was like, okay, I accept it. And it grew, they grew their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It grew their relationship. And I feel like their relationship gotten 10 times better because so far, reading from him, he doesn't seem like a shady friend, so he's legit is there for her. I love the part, oh, spoiler alert, when he's another one where he saw when Apollo was getting too close because he got Persephone by herself. There's an episode, you guys. He came through with the arrow and just like came at Noah with the arrow and then cut it through the mirror. And it was so amazing because he was able to at least protect her from a far distance. And that's pretty dope. I feel that was pretty dope because he knows what really happened because he read and seen her basically what she went through, and he was like, he actually said what it was, and that's
person to actually put a word to it.
Word to it. No one knew what the word to it until he did. So everybody read the book so you know what we're talking about. And it was amazing because he cried with her. So even with that, he's there. As I said, I really like his character. I like the fact that he took full responsibility of his action and he continued on being there to help her.
Yeah, Eros is a true friend, like for real. Like he's a true friend, and Hecate is a true friend too. But I feel like Hecate just like to to be caught up in messy situations sometimes. Just the way how she because not messy because she wants to. She's not the one that starts it. She's the one that she's the one that be like, yeah, let's get that. You know, she's that type
she don't care, like, but she's care. There. Like I feel like her messiness is like one situation where you like it's not crazy too bad. It's not too crazy. It's not that bad. Like that's how I feel. So far that we're reading.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I like both of them. Like I like the fact that Eros has this. He has like kind of like this childlike feeling to him, but at the same time, like he's such a good friend. Like I think this is a friend that like a lot of girls wish that they had, like a lot of people just had in general, because he's like he's there no matter what. And even then, you know, he'll call or he'll just show up and like with apology donuts, or he's like, hey, I'm taking you shopping, but suppose if I don't want this, he's like, just trust me, I know what's your right size. Like like he's that friend that knows you, you know. And I hope everything works out for his character and his potential love interest. So, because we already know that there's a lot of relationships, a lot of characters, you know, that are trying to get in relationships or lost relationships or trying to find the person that they're in love with. But it's just a lot of stuff going on.
It is a lot.
It's a lot, but it's a good lot. You know,
it's a good lot, and I think with this book, you guys. As a fashion designer, I can honestly say what the art that does is, out of everybody, Persephone and Zeus' wife can dress. I feel like they're like, also, I think, no, when I think about it, I think, yeah, those are the only two people that actually admire their looks. Like the way they are able to dress them down very professionally, really stuff. I feel like there's some outfits there I could actually make and actually put together. I feel like some of these outfits are dope.
Ideas.
I'm not gonna lie to you, especially Zeus' wife. Like she is a fashion icon. Like Persephone, she's coming into that, but she was fashion icon from day one from the book. I feel like the way this woman dressed, and I think I admire her so much about that too, is the way every time she has a different outfit, it comes off 10 times better, 10 times good. And I feel like whoever actually played her character, thought about her, putting beautiful done. I actually liked how they are dressed pretty well. Really good.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, Abby.
No, you go.
Outfit that really stands out to me in terms of that. You remember the scene when she went to the Sunday brunch Remember how she just had the pose with the cigarette and then the hat and the cloak? That was so vintage. Like I swear, she felt like some
fashion icon.
30s girl.
Yes, fashion icon. I'm like, what I mean, this lady is gay. I'm like, yo, I'm saying they really draw her very, very well. Like her attitude, everything is there, honey. Everything is there. And I love how they making Persephone. Because look up, actually with Persephone, I feel like with her, she came out pretty well. Because you saw how she was in the beginning, and she started evolving to get comfortable, and then soon later, towards like the beginning or towards the middle of the book, she started changing up her outfit as well. She always been cute, don't get me wrong, she always been cute, but later on that she's with Hades, she's been dressing up pretty well, very well.
Yes, I know that she used to use a lot of whites in her outfit and stuff.
Yeah, she peeped that. Yeah,
because I think that's
with a dark color.
Yeah, and I think that's to show, like, I guess the white is used to play off of her skin tone. The same way how the black suits are always play off of Hades. And don't get me wrong, he can dress well too. You know, he can make a black suit work for him, but it's the fact that the way how the colors pop, like you will have like the dark color for him, like you have black and white for his suit, and then you have him, which is blue, and then you have his white hair. And it's usually combed properly, but in times that for some reason, certain scenes, it looked like it's all messy. It's like, I don't know what he did in between that one time and then the next shot is a mess. But,
yes.
But I guess, you know, he looks proper. He looks decent. Even when he wearing his sweat clothes and stuff, when he's workout clothes.
Yeah.
He got the nice grays on. Yeah.
Oh. That's what I gotta say.
Oh, you mean the part when he went to wipe the sweat off of him?
Alert.
Yeah, and he saw nothing but abs, and she looking at him like,
no comment.
And he put it down like, no, there'll be none of that.
All right, Sam. I see you really looking at details.
Listen, it was funny because she had the same.
All right, girl.
She had, ooh.
You had y'all. I see the ooh.
Girl,
oh my God.
He's an animated character, so stop it.
I know, right? But it's crazy though, right? This is all animated, and it's like but the way it comes off is like if there was actually humans. Imagine it's really good play out. This book is really play out. So many emotions, so much awesome conversation. I feel like soon it'll be a bigger crowd of people just talking about it someday. So it's really worth reading. It's so worth it, you know. And I have actually a bonus question for you, actually.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
So my bonus question for everybody also, how would you think this would end with Olympus with these two?
Wow.
Now that they have a currently with the situation they have, how would you think this would end? Because actually when she did to Minty, it's a possibility things got worse. Like that could be permanent damage.
I mean, for those of you who want to do the fast pass thing, yeah, you definitely gonna see something. And
yeah.
You guys are gonna be either laughing or
out here walking.
That's messed up.
Yeah, Persephone has an anger problem, you guys. Or like I don't know, but she's not. I don't know. I won't say anger problem. I just feel like it has to get to a level for her to get super angry. She's not one of those that boom, I'm angry. She's one of those that it's a breaking point. But when that breaks, it breaks. And it gets to a point where you're like, oh my God, what did we just do?
Oh yeah.
Like, what did we just like Katie has his work put out, that woman gets upset. Like, yo.
He definitely does. You're right. He definitely has his work cut out for him when she get to that level of angry. You better watch out. She's gonna turn you into something, bro. Yeah,
remember she tried to burn or like, ooh, spoiler alert, Apollo's car. Remember that? Yo, she was this close, but she had to fall back. She was this close to damage that man's car. She was wilding.
Listen, you give somebody enough chances to leave you the heck alone, and they still doing the most.
Yo,
look, at this point, all bets are off, buddy. I shouldn't have to tell you more than 3 times to leave me alone before you get the hint.
True. Yeah, you see, but perfect example like that, it has to get to a level. It's not like she's like Miffy who want to wild out and not take accountability, because she never took accountability of her actions either. But going back with Persephone, like it's different. Like it takes time for her to like into that level. But going back to that question, how do you feel?
I mean, in my perfect world, I feel like how it should end with them actually getting married. Maybe Apollo finally get what he deserves. Hera probably maybe leaving Zeus and finally, being on her own without him. Eros probably finding Psyche, and I know we didn't talk about Psyche, but finding out like who Psyche is, and falling in love with her all over again. And there's so many other characters like I'm trying to think of. Maybe more Poseidon, see what's going on with him in his life. I would just want a happy ending for like the lovable, unlikable characters, and maybe some reflections on the other characters that weren't really nice people to begin with. I just hope that's what I will hope for the future. What's yours?
One thing for sure, I forgot to tell the readers that this book is pretty funny too. So don't think that this book is dark or anything like that. It's like kind of issue. This book got subs in there where you be like, yo, did they just add that in there? So there's some funny part. This book is funny. I don't know if this really, but there's gonna be a part when they have a zoo conversation. That for me was the funniest thing ever.
I'm stupid.
So I kid you not, you guys, there's some funny parts in this book, so hope you guys enjoy it. But how I believe how this will end it, to be honest with you, there was an episode that we know the ending's gonna happen with them. So I feel like that episode in that book where I think Haley went to go to the girls who does tape recorders.
Yes, I think that was the Fates.
Was it? It was those three girls. Okay, I don't know much about it, but they already saw. They was like they gave it away. They filed the recording, and one of them mentioned, well, he wants to know what's gonna happen. And I don't want to give it away for everybody, but that part. They already said that there is seem like they will have an ending, like a really good ending. So it's like I'm gonna stick with that. I feel like it's gonna happen, but somehow they're gonna still go through their struggle to make that happen. Yeah, because they gave it away. They definitely gave it away the ending of their story. From that episode, when they opened the tape record and they put in a VCR, and that's a classic right there. They put it in a VCR, not a DVD.
That is old school. Right
that's old school right there. When I was like, all right, I see the actor. All right, well, not actor, the author. You ready now? The illustrator. I brought it back. You brought it back.
Yeah, I think she's like old school like me. So I think she liked the whole VHS and stuff like that. But hold on, remember that memory that he saw, it only set to a certain point, so he don't know the full story.
So there you go. Never know.
He only knows a certain snippet of things. He don't know everything.
Ooh, look at you analyzing. Go ahead, Sam.
Listen, I mean, I could be wrong. It could have been more on that tape, but he went and he started talking to Hecate about them two meeting each other, another spoiler, but yeah, we just dropping spoilers. I'm telling you,
read the book, you guys. Is that good?
Yeah, it is. It has a lot of humor. There's some dark spots in it, but the dark spots don't overshadow the whole story. So, there's some comedy in it, and
18 and up. Only 18 and up. Read this book. 18 and up.
Please.
18 and up. Like,
but they got curses in it too. So yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. But they block. I mean, Yeah,
not all the time they don't block it. She clearly be putting them F words and S words.
She said, well, only adults should read in this book. Oh, well, like she don't care.
I mean, she can't listen. We can't help who reads it. You know, we can only give warnings and say, hey, this is viewer discretion is advised when you're reading.
Yeah, she did been placing warnings lately. Yeah, I noticed that from these books. Like, she's been placing the warnings lately.
Yeah.
So the possibly what you said, yeah, it could be based on a curse word or whatever. And it's not extreme, you guys. It's not extreme. It's just like it comes out of the blue, but everything else is clean. Mm-hmm. Like it's not all the time.
No, it's not all the time. It's like once in a blue somebody might curse. Usually it might be Hades that's cursing.
Because he made his grass a butterfly.
Yeah. Oh, I wish we could have talked about that.
The butterfly, the messages. It's not too late.
I mean, before we wrap things up, you want to touch base on the butterfly?
Yes. So another thing about this book, like I said before, like they do a lot of different meaning of you guys. So they like I said, you pinpoint certain things that kind of come out like a sub. And then when I say the word sub, it's like it'll be like a double message somewhere where when I met about the butterflies, the moment when we go back where I was mentioning how Persephone was actually telling Hades that he was wrong for charging people. Mm-hmm. And he was highly upset because, of course, she's a sweet girl. She went ahead and gave coins. Another spoiler, you guys. So meanwhile this is happening, they're having a whole argument in the rain. I thought that was so cute. Yeah. And he actually just grabbed her and he was like, I want you. And it came to a point where it came to a passion kiss, you know? And then from that kiss, basically Persephone end up becoming butterflies. Sometime when you really like someone, there's a term that says you got butterflies in your stomach. So I kind of felt like from that interpretation right there, I kind of felt like they took that as literally her leaving as butterflies. So I kind of felt that was pretty funny and very clever, because you think about it, when you hold so much butterfly, I'm not saying you're going to turn into a butterfly, but it's like a bubbly feeling that you feel like, oh, I feel good because someone I like that likes me. So with her, well, someone who liked her, she actually ran away because she was nervous. You know, she ran away. Her little butterfly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And found herself basically, you know, in her house. So it's like it's pretty interesting about the subs they have there. What did you find, Sam? That looks like a double meaning.
Okay, you already know how I felt about that one scene.
Which one?
The same butterfly. Like I interpret it like two different ways. I interpret it the way that you're saying, so I agree with you on that. But I also agree. Like I also feel that it could be interpreted as the heat of the moment type of situation. And since that she's having issues controlling her powers, so to speak, I feel like anytime that she is in a place where like the possibility of them may be intimate, or in the kiss that, you know, that happened where she turned into butterflies, for me, I felt that showed her I don't want to say usefulness, but I want to say like she probably got a little hot and heavy, like she, you know, feeling a little. I feel it like, oh my God, like, ooh, clutch my pearls. So I feel like she was feeling a certain type of way in the lady parts, and that's what happened. I feel like that's what is causing the situation. That's what's causing her to turn into a butterfly. But you know, that's just my, like, unfortunately, I guess I know
well, that's the thing. It could be either or. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, because I thought, to be honest, even with that, we talking about also. I think you also mentioned something about a message where Apollo's, was it his instrument or was something else you were mentioning that also brings out like a double meaning?
Yeah, I had mentioned that he drives a gold car, a gold sports car, and since he's a sun god, I was saying, like, to me it felt like the symbolism there was, since it's something that's bright and yellow and gold and color, I felt like that kind of represents him revolving around the earth and stuff, because the fact that, you know, it's bright gold, and that's considered, to me, like, that symbolized the sun, and him just driving it would represent that as him, you know, going around the sun, going around the earth as the sun. So I saw that as an image. I also saw, this isn't really like a major thing, but Hermes is actually the messenger, so he brings news and stuff like that. So I remember I told you that he was kind of like a mailman, so to speak, because he goes and he brings messages to other people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good paying job, but, you know, he brings messages to other people from back and forth between the different realms. So I thought that was also interesting too, that he's, you know, all over the place. So yeah,
even his behavior, it feels like it's quick. Everything is quick, and I feel like that's what the behavior of like many of that like what he is in the Greek mythology. I think it suits him.
Yeah. Whew, girl, that was a lot to unpack.
That was really good. Like, I'm glad we did this. Yeah, I'm gonna read it, you guys. I feel like overall, you guys, it's up to you when check out the book, check it out. But if you do, I feel like you won't regret it. Yeah, it's really interesting, really friendly topics, but topics that are real and mature, humor, everything that's there. Check it out.
Yes,
that's what I can say.
I just want to say thank you, Abby, for joining me today.
And no problem.
Yeah, this has been fun. And I know we gotta do like a part 2 to this somewhere down the future.
Let's do it. I'm so excited. Especially this book is getting hot. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
Very steamy and very intriguing. It's just like one at the edge of your seat. Drama unfolding in Lore Olympus. So guys,
will she go to jail? Oops, spoiler.
Who's going to jail? Who?
I said, will she go to jail? Spoiler. But yeah, so they got. Who knows? Oh man.
It could go either way. But yeah, like we're out of time. But I just want to say a special shout out to Helvetica Dubs YouTube channel. Check them out. They do video versions of Lore Olympus. And our special shout out to Rachel Smythe, the creator of Lore Olympus. You are awesome, and I cannot wait to see the webtoon turn into an anime on Netflix. And guys, just a quick reminder, if you're going to check out Helvetica Dubs, they have a new episode premiering on this Friday on YouTube. They're going to cover episodes 101 to 104. So go check it out. If you want, just hit the like, subscribe, ring the bell for future notifications for their channel. Go out there and support them. I believe they have a Patreon, so go out there, support them as well. That way, support Rachel. She's on social media. She's on Twitter and all that good stuff. I'm gonna write her stuff in the description of the episode. And also, later on this year, October 5th, mark your calendars, October 5th, 2021, the first 25 episodes of Lore Olympus is going to be released officially.
Ooh,
as a comic book.
Finally, that is so cool.
Yes. So guys, just be on the lookout for that. If you want, I think you could pre-order it now, but just I'm sure that Rachel is going to put out all the information in the near coming months. So this has been Samantha K, and this is the Samantha K Experience. Take care, guys. Any final thoughts, Abby, before we go?
Stay awesome and blessed and keep it moving. Be safe out there.
Yes, bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.